It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. I am One Bar, and we've been jamming a lot of 2020 draft stuff down your throats over the last week and a half. We're going to take a little bit of a break. It is draft week. We're going to celebrate by looking into the past. We're going to look at the last 10 Vikings first-round selections, and we're going to grade how we've done over the last 10 picks. And this will either get you excited based off of what we've done, or it's going to get you depressed based off of what we've done. So we're going to take a break from talking about guys like Christian Fulton, Jeff Gladney, Justin Jefferson, Denzel Mims, and we're going to be bringing up guys like Matt Kalil, Cordarrelle Patterson, and Sharif Floyd. So get excited. I'm not going to grade each one individually. I'm just going to go through these last 10 guys and give it an overall grade. Remember, like the video, subscribe to our channel. We're bringing you tons and tons of Vikings videos all throughout the season, daily, sometimes more than once a day, depending on what's going on. So let's get right into this thing. This is going to bring back some memories. 2012, we're starting at the bottom, last 10. 2012, Matt Kalil, 4th overall, squashed the need. He was the right pick. No doubt about it. He showed what he could bring as a rookie. Was an all-rookie, was a Pro Bowler. I mean, how often is it a left tackle comes in as a rookie and gets a Pro Bowl nod? That showed what he had, the potential he had. Unfortunately, we know that injuries got the best of him. He ended up starting 64 games for the Vikings, and he had some ups and downs after that rookie year. The toughest part with Kalil is the hope that he gave us. What he showed as a rookie, you thought you're looking at a 5-year vet out there that's an all-pro. And unfortunately, he toyed with our emotions. And like I said, those back injuries took a toll on him, and he was just up and down and not consistent enough, and ended up going to Carolina, I believe. So Matt Kalil, what could have been. 2013, we ended up with 3 picks. 3 picks. That is very, very rare. A team gets 3 picks, and we ended up getting quite the steal at 23 with Sharif Floyd. Many had him projected at easily as a top 10. Most had him in the top 5. For some reason, this guy just falls, and the Vikings snap him up without thinking twice. Again, another guy with injuries. That knee injury ended his career, and it was right when he was starting to come into his own. It took him a couple years to get out there and start showing why everybody thought he was a top 5 pick, but he was starting to show it. Ended with 9.5 sacks. He was causing all sorts of hell in the middle of that defense, and then the knee injury, and we all know what happened after that. The other 2 picks in 2013, we got Xavier Rhodes, who we got at 25, turned into just a complete shutdown corner. He was one of the best corners in the league. No denying that, even though people are fairly butthurt about how he played the last couple of years, which was very inconsistent. It was not the Rhodes that we were used to. He was getting burned, a lot of pass interference calls. But back in his day, for that 2-3 year period, he was shutting everyone down. Beckham, Julio Jones, anybody he was going against, he was shutting down. So while the last couple of years left a bad taste in our mouth, we got to remember that Rhodes, when all is said and done, he's going to be one of the better corners to ever wear purple, and we can't deny that. The last one of 2013, Cordarrelle Patterson, got him at pick 29. And since we got Floyd and we got Rhodes, who at that point were pretty damn good steals, they got a little fancy and went with the potential, went with the boomer bust type pick in Patterson. And unfortunately, it leaned more towards the bust. Yes, he was a good special teams player. Well, he's a great special teams player. He was a gadget guy. You could do different things with him, but he just never really put it together as a receiver. 4 years in Minnesota, 24 games started. His best year as a receiver was his rookie year. He had 469 yards receiving. And he did go to 2 Pro Bowls as a Viking as a special teamer. But a lot of people give the coaches crap, saying they didn't use him right. They didn't know how to use him. But he did have his best offensive seasons in Minnesota. And he ended up going to New England, where they got a pretty damn smart coach that didn't really seem to know how to use him either. And in Chicago too. So I'm putting this more on Patterson than the coaches. just because he really never did anything else. So 2013 was quite the haul. We go to 2014, again, kind of the same theme. We got Teddy Bridgewater and Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr was a surprising pick in the top 10. He really wasn't on any Vikings radars, anything when you look at the mocks, experts. He just wasn't a name that wasn't really linked to the Vikings. We took him. It was surprising, but he turned out pretty damn good, and he's still performing. 4-time Pro Bowler, started every game he's played in. His numbers aren't going to wow you, but he's the kind of guy that you throw out there and the other offenses just kind of have to work around him. He causes wrinkles for offensive coordinator. He's huge. He's athletic. We've all seen it. 15 sacks, couple of picks, but he is more than worth that 10th overall pick. And with him and Kendricks, they get one hell of a duo. The other 2014 pick was Teddy Bridgewater. That got everybody excited. Ended up starting at 28 games for the Vikings, 17-11 as a starter, 28 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, and he was a Pro Bowler. But right when he was coming to his own, his make-or-break season, he had all the hype around him that was going to be his coming-out party. We all know what happened. And signed that big old contract with Carolina. Everybody's pulling for him. Everybody loves Teddy. So let's hope he finishes off that hype in Carolina. 2015, we go to Trey Waynes. Trey Waynes was the safe pick at cornerback that year. It was down to him or Marcus Peters. Peters was the guy that had probably more potential, or Waynes was a safer pick. We ended up taking Waynes, and again, Waynes is a guy that really didn't get enough credit. I think he turned into one hell of a number 2 corner. Still is. Signed in Cincinnati. I think he's going to be very, very good. I think we're going to miss Waynes than we probably think we would. With him and Xavier Rhodes for the last couple of years, we were pretty spoiled there for a little while. And Waynes, like 53 games started, 7 interceptions. Again, his numbers won't wow you, but he was a fantastic tackler, had some very, very good games. I think he was actually pretty dang underrated. 2016, the gross one, the biggest bust out of this bunch, no doubt. And when we took this guy, everyone was excited. I was excited. I would say 64% of everybody was excited when they took this guy. We needed a big old receiver. We needed that big red zone target, a guy that's just going to come in and make some plays, make some catches. And we took Laquon Treadwell, 23rd overall. Played up until this year, just signed with the Falcons, which is a draft week miracle in itself, the fact that he got another contract. But Treadwell just nothing. He didn't do anything. He finished 2 career touchdowns for the Vikings, not a ton of catches and not a ton of yards, not even going into it. He was just seemed lost out there. Whoever was playing quarterback seemed like Treadwell was running different routes, looked lost out there, looked confused. And he was never more than a number 4 receiver on this team. And I don't know what went wrong with this guy. The worst part is he's always going to be linked to the fact that we passed on Michael Thomas for him. And Treadwell, unfortunately, is going to hurt this overall grade quite a bit. And this is what scares the Vikings in this year's draft, the fact that we just took Treadwell not too long ago in the first round, and we missed bad. So, yeah, Treadwell, big old turd. 2017, no first rounder, but we did get Dalvin Cook in round 2. I'm not going to put that into this grade, but I just wanted to note that. Mike Hughes, 2018. Needed a corner, got him. He's been injured, ACL, neck. He's shown glimpses out there, but really hasn't lived up to that first round grade yet. This will be his year because we pretty much lost all of our corners. We got him, we got Holton Hill. So hopefully he comes back healthy. He can prove why we took him first overall. But so far, just like I said, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. He's only started 5 games. Which brings us to last year's pick, 2019, Garrett Bradbury. It's never sexy to take a center in round 1, and when you take a center in round 1, you fully expect him to be your anchor of your offensive line for the next 7 or so years. And Bradbury started off a little slow last year, but by the end of the year, he was starting to show why the Vikings took him in round 1. All signs point to this guy being very, very good, possibly great. We shall see. He definitely needs some help around him, something he really didn't have next to him last year. So hopefully in this year's draft, they can put some guys next to him that are going to help him out. But I think he's worth getting excited about. Absolutely. So let's just rip through these. We've got Kalil, Patterson, Rhodes, Floyd, Bridgewater, Barr, Waynes, Treadwell, Hughes, and Bradbury. Overall, the last 10 picks, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm just going to give it a plain old C. That's it. Treadwell really hurt this thing. Injuries really hurt this. And it's easy to say you can't, well, it's not our fault they got injured. Well, it's not, but those are the guys we took. I'm giving it a C. Let me know in the comments what you would have gave this thing. Let me know how horrible my grade is. And the rest of this week leading up to the draft, we're going to continue to bring you videos at least once a day and break everything down.